What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. Checking in to do two things. One, give you a little clarity on the assignment that I had you do yesterday, because we're going to do it in a different variation today and tomorrow. I want to do it 3 times over 3 different subjects, but I'll talk about that at the end. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the questions that you guys came up with regarding the AP exam. We're all in uncharted territory, me especially. This is not only my first year teaching it, but then this happens. And so like everything that I've ever known about the AP exam is completely off my radar at this point. What we do know is it will be 45 minutes, no multiple choice, which means likely it's going to be SAQs. I don't see any way that they can work in an LEQ or a DBQ in 45 minutes. DBQ is taking an hour and 5, and an LEQ is 45 minutes exactly. So there's no way it's going to be one question. That wouldn't make sense, because they want to test you to see if you have a broad range and variety of knowledge about American history. So I think what you're dealing with is probably some SAQs, maybe stimulus-based SAQs. I don't know. We'll know more on April 3rd. That's when they're going to release examples of the types of questions they'll ask and give us the 2 test dates. And that's the other big thing. There is an early test date and there is a later test date, and you are allowed to sign up for either, not both, but either. So if you are the type that wants to get it over with, you can do the early. If you're the type that wants the extra time and wants to talk to people that already did it to have an idea of what might be coming their way, then you've got that too. They have announced it's open book, open notes. They're going to accept the inevitability that if kids are locked up in a room, they're probably going to cheat anyway. So why not just condone it? No prohibition on your notes. So we'll talk about how to break those down here in a second. Some of the bigger questions that you guys went after, I had this one like 15, 20 times. Will colleges accept the credit if you pass the AP exam? The short answer is I have no clue. The hope, my honest hope in this is that college admissions boards and registrars will acknowledge the unique and perilous time we're in, and they won't hold it against you. It would be very petty of a college that they would not allow the college board certification to count for a class. But don't put it past a college. Some colleges might take it, some might not. I don't know. Don't put it past a college to be that way. They are vociferous, money greedy dudes. And if they think that you're not showing that credit or showing that you have that skill set, they might not include it. I don't know. But at this point, what can we do? The only option you have is to choose to opt out of the exam, and they will refund your money at no charge to you. So you can get your money back if you don't want to take the test. I wouldn't recommend it. I think this might be the easiest year of all time to pass the AP exam, just because it's 45 minutes, it's open note, and you know it's going to be an SAQ. So as long as you're halfway competent, you're going to be able to do something positive on it. Speaking of, we'll be doing a lot of writing for the weeks to come until the test. I don't know what that writing looks like. I'm kind of biding my time until April 3rd when I get a look at what the College Board releases. That's what I've really got to get to, is April 3rd, so that I know how best to prepare you all. In the meantime, we'll just continue to review period by period, starting with the themes and vocabulary that we started with. Some of the other questions, I had a decent one. Hold on. Can't find it now. Wonderful, fantastic. Anyway, I think we've covered most everything. The class will be primarily review. Here's what I'm thinking. I have no clue when we'll be back. Andy Bashir said April 20th is the date he's asking as of now, but he did say it was subject to change. Whispers out of the Department of Education is there's no chance we're going back before May 1st. I could see a scenario where we go back for like 3 weeks just to make sure seniors get to graduate and maybe you guys get a prom. I could see that happening. It will honestly depend on whether or not we flatten the curve. I don't know. But I don't see a reality where I see you in April. I think that April is another month where we're gone. So what I plan on doing with the class is pretty simple. We'll review up until whatever the test dates are. And then after that, whatever time's left, whether it's in NTI form or in physical form at the school, I'll finish up, a flyby of the Cold War and present day issues. So we will finish the class, but I think it prudent to help everybody review ahead of the test that could potentially earn them 3 credit hours at their university come freshman year. So that's how I'm going to treat it. All right, now on to what I want you doing Thursday and Friday of this week. I'm going to share my screen. Hang tight. It takes forever to do the share screen, but here we go. All right, so the portion that you will be doing is pretty simple. I just want you to go back in and do the change in continuity through time aspect again. All right, this part right here. I want you to do this. I had a lot of good ones. People were a little confused, mostly with the graphic organizer, which was kind of weird because I thought you guys were OCD about things being structured, and that was really simple. You place the names into the proper period. If you haven't done that, get it done, because Monday of next week, I'm going to use that to kind of to do something with for your assignment on Monday of next week. But for Thursday and Friday, you have 2 things you are doing, and it's the same thing twice, okay? It's redoing this, had a lot of good ones, these 5 questions on concepts and continuity through time. I don't want to give them away, but there are massive ideas and themes to U.S. history. The most obvious one was Manifest Destiny. A few people did that one really well to these 5 questions. What I want you to do is I want you to go to a different time period, a different period of review, period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You don't have to worry about 8 or 9. They're not on the AP exam. Go to a different time period and find a new theme and do this again for today. And then do it again on Friday from a new period with a new theme. So at the end of this week, you should have 3 themes of American history and an idea of the continuity over time. I have a feeling that these questions that are coming will be amended versions of SAQs. I don't know. This might be useless other than just to make sure you understand history. But I have a feeling there'll be amended versions of SAQs where they will want you to show some of the skills that you would in a DBQ or LEQ, like changing continuity through time. All right, so I definitely think that we've got to bone up on this stuff and make sure that we're ready to go. So recapping, and it'll be in the description in the assignment in the classroom, but recapping, go find a new theme for today and do these 5 questions, just the 5 questions. Go find another theme tomorrow and do the 5 questions again. Let's make sure each person has 3 solid themes, and try to do this yourself. It does you no good. I know the temptation is there, and I know the group chats are blowing up with work, but seriously, there are possibilities this could be the easiest test in the world, or it could be the hardest one because they decided they're going to open note it, and literally they'll grade it super hard and basically accept nothing but the absolute answer, in which case just doing the work and sharing it in your group is going to be useless to you if you want the college exam credit. Because if you don't know it backwards and forwards, if you don't have a grasp on it and can manipulate it, you're not going to have a shot. So take a minute, go get a cup of coffee, cup of tea, a Monster energy drink, poison yourself if you have to, I get it. And then sit down with this and think about the year as a whole. Look back over your EQs. Look at the lists of basic vocab that's very important, the key terms here, and then try to come up with another theme specific to a period and answer these 5 questions. Deuces.